Hello, everybody, and welcome on this wonderful Wednesday. I hope everybody has had a great day, and I hope you make it an even better one today. And so today we are going to be drum roll. I don't have anything to make a drum roll sound. But anyway, so we're going to be talking about The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And I cannot say that 10 times fast. It's a little hard for me. but anyway, we are going to be talking about chapter 11. So 1 is the loneliest number that you ever knew. But if you put it with another one, then you get chapter 11, which is the one we're talking about. And that is your further use of will. So, they always say, what will be, will be. Well, the thing is, we will internally. So what we think comes out on the outside. It's like with our food. Like if you're, people get on a diet and they're like, I'm going to eat healthier and everything so my body can feel better. And, and I got this goal for my weight and this goal for how good I want to feel. And so I got to start feeding my body better stuff. And that's what we have to do with our internal as well. So even with our thoughts and our words and our actions and everything. And so in chapter 11, it talks about, he talks about the further use of will. So, if we're talking about that, we want to be rich and we want to have a better life and we want to be more positive, then we can't contradict ourselves and read negative stuff and, contradict ourselves and talk about our past, that's been bad and everything. And this one has been a hard one for me, okay? I'm going to be honest. You're like, ooh, I'm guilty of that. Guess what? Me too, okay? I'm going to be 110% honest with you. I'm guilty of that too. And I probably was guilty of that, even yesterday. That's how I'm saying, if you're like, ooh, girl, I've been there, I'm doing that. Don't worry, me too, okay? But that doesn't mean we can't fix it. So if you're like, oh, believe me, I'm talking to you guys, but I've been through this too, and I mean probably yesterday, okay? So if you're like, ooh, but that, recognizing is the first step. So the fact that you recognize it and I recognize it, well, that's the first step, okay? So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys about something that I'm not even doing myself or haven't been through, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, I haven't done that at all. No, I'm guilty, okay? Guilty. Been there, okay? I've had a hard time with overcoming my past too. It's hard. It's not easy, okay? And so this one's been a hard one for me. So studying this chapter has been something else. Okay, so you can't think about when you didn't make this and you didn't make that and you weren't doing well, blah blah. You weren't rich, you weren't, but you can't think about that and talk about that, because then time is constant. So then the universe is going to think that you still want that, and that's going to that's what you think of yourself. And so it's going to pass that baton on you. I'm rich. Okay. I'm rich. You're like, no, you ain't. I'm rich. Okay. I'm rich. Because I have to think that in my head, because otherwise, is it easy? No, it is very hard to change your paradigms, okay? But I'm gonna do it, and I am capable of that, and that's why I'm here. I'm helping you guys do the same. Because when you don't know that everything you say comes into existence, it's hard to know, and that's why, you have to be careful of who you associate yourself with. because that energy, like those toxic people and toxic information, it is going to rub off on you. If you're immersing yourself into it, it's like a bath. We take a bath to get clean, right? You're like, duh. So you take a bath to get clean. So then why don't you just get in dirty bath water? You're like, that's disgusting, right? That's nasty, right? Gross. So then why are we doing the same thing when we're trying to clean up our life? See, we say we want different. We say we want something more. And then we get around toxic thoughts, toxic books, toxic articles, toxic news, toxic people. And then we wonder why everything's not working, why things aren't changing, because we're still straddling the fence, so to speak. So we're still straddling the fence. One leg's over here and one leg's over here. And we're trying to be positive, but we're hanging around that negative stuff. And we can't do that. So, can't do that. So, if you want to get your life and your paradigm clean, you have to be somewhere where it's different than where you've been before. And that's the further use of will. We have to be willing to immerse ourselves in the positive. Now, I'm not talking like the false positive stuff. Like, I've heard of like toxic positivity. That's a thing too. I'm not talking about that. Like, I'm talking about, being honest with yourself and really getting to know you as a person. Like, what are you having a hard time dealing with? What are you feeling that you're falling short in? And you need to come to terms with those things and talk to yourself about it. Like, tell yourself about it and have a discussion with yourself of how you're going to be better at all those things. Because then when you speak that into existence, that you're going to be awesome and you're going to be this and you're going to be that, then you're telling yourself you're going to do it. And then your brain already thinks it's already done. And then thus for the universe will, help you, because life, the universe is at a constant motion. It's in constant motion. Time's in constant motion. So if to the universe, time doesn't exist, So therefore, if we are talking about these things that happened and they were negative, then the universe doesn't know that they've already happened or that we don't want these things, because it's going to think that, it's still being released from our emotions and from our thought process and from our mouth. And so therefore, the universe thinks that we want it again, because the universe doesn't know that time has already passed. I don't know if that I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, so, and we as people, we're not taught that, we're not taught that constant motion of time. So we have to put ourselves in check. And so I hope this helped you guys. I hope this made sense. And I will see you guys later. And I hope that this helps you guys out a little bit with the further use of will. You guys have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.